Hello everyone! In this Rhoxie review, we're going to be examining 2014's The Last of Us Remastered. Now, the remastered version serves as an upgraded version to 2013's The Last of Us, which was originally released on the PlayStation 3. It is the most common way to play the game, aside from the 2022 remake. Now, The Last of Us is a single-player, action, post-apocalyptic survival game. I wouldn't really classify it as a horror per se, but the game definitely has its creepy moments. So in the world of The Last of Us, an epidemic caused by a mutant variation of the cordyceps fungus, and that's a real fungus by the way, causes society to collapse, creating a dystopian world of martial law, terrorism, cannibalism, and the newly created infected humans. You play as Joel, a 20-year survivor of the apocalypse. Joel is accompanied by Ellie, a teenage girl who has immunity to the cordyceps fungus, and together they travel across the wastelands of the United States to find a rebel group called the Fireflies, who are actively working on ways to eradicate the disease.
Easy! Holy shit.
The standard route of the game is linear, which I suppose does fit the story well. After all, the protagonists are on a singular mission and cannot really afford to take detours. Joel and Ellie need to find the Fireflies as quickly and easily as possible.
So much for this road.
You just follow the river. It'll lead us straight to Tommy's.
While the game doesn't give much to explore in its levels, they do feel well thought out. Naughty Dog did a great job of showing just how much society has decayed both visually and morally through each of the game's 12 chapters. One thing I liked was being able to see my destination and future destinations in advance. For instance, in the third chapter, Joel, Tess, and Ellie have to make their way through a tilted building on the outskirts of Boston. You can actually see this building in several scenes from the second chapter. On your first playthrough, you might just think, oh, that's just nice scenery. But really, it's the game just giving a glimpse of what's to come. Also, like many Naughty Dog games, there are visual markers indicating where to go next should you ever get stuck. These are usually marked by the presence of something yellow, and I think that's a nice touch.
Just see if there's a way through.
The controls were fairly responsive, although there were times when I wanted Joel to sprint or even jog, and it was like he just stalled. You're given a nice variety of weapons to kill all of the infected and hunters to your heart's desire. Although your go-to weapons will most likely be the shotgun, hunter's rifle, or revolver, which is a one-hit kill on humans on grounded, you'll also have weapons such as the bow, flamethrower, and eventually even get an assault rifle. The Last of Us has a decent weapon upgrade system. Using the gears that you find, you're able to increase the performance of your weapons, such as having more firepower or weapon range, but firearms are not the only tools in your arsenal. The crafting system allows you to create a variety of items. You'll be able to craft items such as healing kits, nail bombs, shivs, molotovs, just to name a few. Feel free to use any of these to release your pent-up frustration caused by the AI. Crafted items also include crafted melee weapons, which just proves that scissors can make anything 100 times more murderous. You can even upgrade your player stats. Throughout the whole game, Joel will come across random bottles of pills that he will immediately consume. These mystery drugs allow him to increase his stats such as his health, weapon sway, and his ability to see through walls. Speaking of his ability to see through walls, this is called Lizard Mode. It's only available on Hard Mode and below. On Survival and Grounded difficulty, the feature is completely disabled. So you'll have to use your wits and your best camera angles in order to see where the enemies are. At the time, not many games had an enemy detection system, so it just adds to its charm and serves as a sign of the present times. The AI in The Last of Us are just not that smart, and that's true for both ally and enemy AI. There were numerous times that the AI just didn't do what it was supposed to. Your buddies, they would just get in the way, usually by blocking you or glitching out or just being useless. Which all that did is solidify the fact that Joel is truly a one-man army. The enemy AI is just dumb. They would overlook their obviously dead teammates or just stand there doing nothing, as if there isn't a middle-aged man arrowing their friends to death right beside them. Surprisingly though, the best AI buddy in the game was David. That guy just kept whooping all the infected ass.
You weren't kidding. You're a better shot with that thing than I am.
About 5 months before the remaster was released on PS4, a DLC was released titled The Last of Us Left Behind. Without trying to give spoilers, it takes place during a critical part of the main game after the university but before meeting David. You play as Ellie, who is trying to find medicine for a wounded Joel in a mall. Being inside the mall causes Ellie to reflect on her life before the Firefly journey and details the events leading up to her infamous bite. The game also features several minigames that are used to show the bond between Ellie and her best friend Riley. Minigames are noticeably and understandably absent in the main game, but feel right at home in Left Behind. They're short, cute, and kind of fun. Enemy encounters are solid though scattered. The DLC pretty much plays the same as the main game, but with fewer supplies on the difficulty levels and with an important added AI mechanic. In Left Behind, you can actually pit humans and infected against each other. If Ellie finds herself in a bind, she can throw a brick or bottle and both enemies will go on alert and they usually end up killing each other, with maybe 1 or 2 survivors. This, coupled with the minigames, gave a fresh feel to the world, one that teeters on a fine line between innocence and corruption. Nonetheless, Left Behind doesn't have that same punch that the main game has. As a result, it does not leave much room for replayability. It's kind of a one and done sort of deal.
Angel Knives throws her fists in the air. You win.
Fuck yeah, I win.
Not bad for your first game.
Now, when you combine the old technology with the AI and the features of the game, you're bound to get some glitches. And like most glitches, it can be very frustrating. But some of the glitches are very useful and some of them are just really awesome. Like, look at this glitch in Tommy's Dam. Alright, let's see if this works. It should work.
Oh, I'm so hungry.
I know, I am too.
Alright, next year I'll see you in
Let's get past this place, then we can
She
scrounge
fell
at some
down.
food.
Well, if I fell, you're responsible.
Okay. So, let's see. Let's go over here. Ah! Oh my gosh, look at him. Joel is literally floating on air. Oh my gosh. Wait, where's Ellie? There she is. She's just watching us. Bye, Ellie. But what? What the hell? Oh my gosh, the horses are just floating up there. I love this. I love this glitch. So some of the glitches can be very useful, and this is true especially on the grounded difficulty. For example, the infinite shift glitch that you kind of need to open all the shift doors on grounded. And only on grounded mode are there 3 areas of the game where if you restart encounter, you can get back all the supplies that you used in that area. Which in any survival game, supplies are like wealth, you know? You gotta try to hoard as much of it as you can. If you're interested in seeing some of the best glitches though, I really recommend to check out Anthony Caliber's channel. He's the reigning speedrun champion in the Last of Us community and has hours of excellent glitch footage. Although this game is nearly 10 years old, The graphical and sound design of The Last of Us still holds up well even among today's standards. The game is characterized by cool earth tones that reflect the death of civilization and the rebirth of the wilderness. With the songs of the clickers and the croaks of the stalkers, the game is successful in using its sound design to invoke feelings of dread and unease. Despite the game's upkeep, it will be a welcome pleasure to see and hear the game be brought into the current era. I would do this game no justice if I didn't mention the breathtaking musical score. The music of The Last of Us is composed by Gustavo Santaolalla. Gustavo is a world-renowned composer, perhaps best known for creating the music for the 2005 movie Brokeback Mountain. The Last of Us just wouldn't be the same without his music. Gustavo has the ability to capture the most somber and sincere of sounds that really bring a second breath of life into Naughty Dog's creation. Now, at the time that this video is being made, The Last of Us Remake has been released, and to be quite honest, that is the best way to play this game as a casual player. Now, that being said, The Last of Us Remastered is still worth a try even in these modern times. It just has this charm about it that is just so endearing. Plus, you can't do all of the glitches in the remake. I encourage anyone who hasn't played it to give it a try. Who knows, you might just like it just as much as I do. Thanks for watching.